It's been a little over 2 weeks since San Diego Comic-Con. Now that I've had time to sit down and really digest all the information, all the reveals that came out, here are my 3 winners and losers from San Diego Comic-Con. What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to Figure Bros. My name is Philip, and I am one half of Figure Bros, and in today's video, I want to do something very different. Instead of doing our traditional Monday reviews, I just want to sit down, look at the camera, put the microphone on, and I want to discuss 3 winners and 3 losers coming out of San Diego Comic-Con, because there was a lot of information that came out of it, and that I had time to really sit down and digest all of it. It's been a little over since 2 weeks since San Diego Comic-Con first dropped. Again, a lot of reviews, some really good things, but also just some really bad things. I have 3 companies that came out as winners. I have 3 companies that kind of came out as losers. But before we go any forward, if you guys do me the really big favor right now, please hit that like button. If you're new, consider hitting that subscribe button. Also, too, comment down below if whether or not you agree or disagree, or comment down below whether or not who was your 3 biggest winners and your 3 biggest losers coming out of San Diego Comic-Con. Now, before we start diving into the winners and losers, I just want to get this out of the way. First off, San Diego Comic-Con had some amazing reveals across the board. A lot of great things. If you're a toy fan, a toy fanatic, a collector, a toy hunter, I mean, man, there's going to be a lot of great stuff coming out that you can see on the horizon. A lot of great figures, a lot of good exclusives as well. Not all of it though was great. Some of it though, definitely some really good stuff as well. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that. Also too, I just want to go ahead and state this for the record. This is just my opinion. I am one half of Figure Bros, the other half Jared. Unfortunately, we couldn't get to do this video together just because our schedules just don't meet. Normally, we do sit down and we discuss over Discord. So this is just my take on everything. This is not his opinion. We do not share the same opinions, although we do pretty much share some of the same sentiment. If he wants to make a video, maybe I'll get with him and see if he wants to make his own video of the 3 winners and losers. Maybe he'll do a YouTube short, something, I don't know. So it doesn't always work out that way. So again, this is just my opinion. Jared does not share the same opinion. If he wants to make his own video, hopefully he will. If not, maybe he can just comment on this video as well. So now that I got that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive right into the winners. All right, my first winner coming out of San Diego Comic-Con is Mafex. Now, also too, before I dive into this and why I thought Mafex was a big winner, real quick, huge shout out to MCU Collector over on Instagram. He was somebody who was over there over at San Diego Comic-Con. He was doing a lot of photos, dropping a lot of news, shit, like really just being on it. Like, he was kind of like, in my opinion, one of the first ones to drop something. He would go to the booths, take photos, and then immediately drop it on social media. There'll be a link down below in the description box for him. It's MCU Collector. Again, link will be provided down below in the description box. I thought he did a phenomenal job with the photos and dropping all of that information really quick for us. So huge shout out to him. But yes, Mafex is my #1 winner so far coming out of San Diego Comic-Con. They did a great job with their reveals as well. The X-Men that they dropped were really nice. They had a variant Wolverine that looked really cool. I'll be showing you guys some photos right now. Jubilee was another one too, which is really cool. I like that we're finally getting a little more female characters. I thought Mafex did a really nice job revealing that one as well. They also had a Cyclops that looked really cool. They also did a Black Panther and Killmonger, which looked really cool. So X-Men and a little more Marvel too as well with the Black Panther and Killmonger. Perfect time too, of course, the Deadpool and Wolverine. So when they dropped that, and then shortly after the movie came out, like, it gave the X-Men, in my opinion, like, especially with the X-Men animated series too over on Disney Plus, it was a really good time to drop these reveals, and I thought they did a really good job. They also did a really good job with some DC reveals as well. Robin, another Batman, Superman Hush, Batgirl Hush also looked really cool, killing with that. And then, in my opinion, some other really big reveals they did for DC was actually giving us our first Clark Kent and Bruce Wayne. This is something that the fans have been clamoring for, right? Their alter egos. We have plenty of Batmans, right? We have hundreds and hundreds of Batmans, hundreds and hundreds of Supermans. The fans have been clamoring for a Clark Kent and a Bruce Wayne. Mafex stepping up and finally delivering on that. We also got our first glimpse at, looks like to be a Venom 2099, I believe. That's another great looking sculpt right there. I mean, I was not expecting to see that at all. At least that's what everybody thinks it was. I didn't get a really clear shot of what it was. That's pretty much what everybody was also saying. So Mafex definitely a winner coming out. They had some really good reveals. My second winner, and I'm so happy to call them a winner because it's the continued redemption story of Hasbro. Hasbro is also a big winner coming out of San Diego Comic-Con. They had a bunch of reveals, starting off with Marvel. They had Kong. They had the Night of the Sentinels as well, the arcade 2-pack version. So So that was really cool as well. I really like those Knight of the Sentinels as well. So it was really cool, the arcade version, because they look really, really good. People love the just army build with Sentinels. That was perfect. They're going to put in a 2-pack. They have the arcade version of them, so they look really different, really unique. And again, you can pretty much army build with those ones. Buy like 6 of those. Next thing you know, you can play out the Knight of Sentinels. You can do the arcade version of the Sentinels. It was really cool to see that. Of course, they did a lot of G.I. Joe Classifieds, some Black Series as well. Also, another thing that was really cool too is that a lot of these San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, you can actually get on their website just by typing in Hasbro San Diego Comic-Con, and the page will come up, HasbroSDCC.com, and you can purchase a lot of them too as well. So I thought it was also really cool that they're actually giving the fans, because a lot of these con exclusives or Gen Con exclusive and stuff like that are particularly exclusive to the actual booth. Like, you have to actually go to there and pick them up. So I thought it was really cool that they also are delivering by giving their fans, like, hey, these are SDCC exclusive, but you know what, you can also purchase them through our website. So I thought it was really cool as well, just giving more fan service to us, which was really good. I like to see that as well. Another reason why they were also a big winner too is because they dropped a HasLab right around the same exact time as San Diego Comic-Con. It funded in 24 hours. It was the Cobra a Jet Rattler or something like that. It funded immediately, which to nobody's surprise. The Chopper funded immediately. This is something I want to see Hasbro do more of. I don't think it's actually asking too much for them to actually start, like, especially with Star Wars Black Series, right? Give us more vehicles. You don't have to put in a HasLab or something like that. You can actually make them, you know, 1/6, 1/12 scales and stuff like that, and just charge us, you know, $60 to $100 for these couple of accessories. Maybe throw in a figure as well. Stuff like that is what fans really been clamoring for, especially with Star Wars Black Series, man. It could really use that. Still nice to see a couple of the San Diego Comic-Con Black Star Wars series, such as like the Darth Maul and his Sith Rider, stuff like that. A couple of ones were cool, but really it was all about the Marvel Legends and also to the G.I. Joe Classified, which really does seem like to be their two biggest lineups. So hey, you know what? The redemption story continues for Hasbro. Well done. They did a really good job coming out of San Diego Comic-Con. That's why they're a big winner. And my biggest winner coming out of San Diego Comic-Con is Tamashii Nation's SH Figwarts. And let me tell you guys, first off, for the entire month of July, SH Figwarts was pretty much doing reveal after reveal after reveal. They were literally stealing headlines for like the entire month of July. Like every month, every day in July, for the month of July, there was like something new that they were either showcasing, showing off, revealing, releasing, dropping. Like they were on it 1, 2, 3, like every time. They did such a great job for the entire month of July. Then they saved the best for last with their San Diego Comic-Con reveals. Particularly too, they also revealed that they are picking up the lineup of Demon Slayer and My Hero Academia. We actually got our first glimpse of Deku from over My Hero Academia, which is going to be, I think, hitting Walmart shelves very, very soon, which is really good. It's already released over in Japan. I think it released last week over in Japan, so that means the street date over here should be dropping soon. So hey, check your local Walmart, maybe check your local Target, see if they have them, because I'm sure you're going to be seeing them soon. But just the fact that they picked up both those two anime lineups right there, Demon Slayer and My Hero Academia, it was definitely welcomed. Really, really good sign to see. They also had a bunch of Dragon Ball Z San Diego Comic-Con exclusives with the Jiren, Goku, and Son Gohan. They also had a Godzilla from Monster Arts, which looked fantastic. And again, these were also, you can purchase all of these over on Premium Bandai, and I believe today you still can. So yeah, actually, I just did a quick search over here on my computer, and yes, you can. If you type in Premium Bandai, you can go check out their entire San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. Not all of them, but yes, the ones that are exclusive to buy from San Diego Comic-Con: Godzilla, Goku, Son Gohan, Jiren, Future Trunks. Hey, listen, if you want to go pick them up, I highly recommend picking those up, because I think once they're done doing their pre-orders, that's going to be it. The price that you see that you get for the pre-order price, you will never get that price again. Specifically that Godzilla, by the way, from Monster Arts, it's $95 plus I think 15 shipping and handling and taxes, stuff like that. That's a really good price. I promise you, once he gets released in everybody's hands, you will see him on third party like Amazon and eBay for probably about $150, $160, $170 maybe. Another reason why SH Figwarts was my biggest winner too is just because the way they showcased a lot of their figures. Like they had dioramas. It just seemed like they came across as putting a lot of passion and love for these toys and the collectibles and the action figures. They really did a good job too. Specifically too, talking about Dragon Ball Z and Ultraman. I saw some amazing displays from Ultraman from SH Figwarts, really posing. They had like a beautiful like diorama of him in the water. He was fighting the monsters. Like they really put a lot of love and passion, And that came across to me. That's how it came across to me. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. That's how it came across to you guys. And they had a nice, beautiful display for all the DBZ figures as well. Just really kind of like a whole wraparound with all the Gokus and all his different transformations and stuff like that. All the figures they've released, just coming off really, really well. That's why they're my biggest winner. They really are the biggest winner because for the entire month of July, they were just constantly releasing something, constantly revealing something or teasing something. And listen, SH Fig Wars, Tamashii Nations, 2 thumbs up for you guys. Definitely the biggest winner coming out of San Diego Comic-Con. That's going to do it for my 3 winners. We're going to now go ahead and shift over to the losers. But before we do that, please, guys, if you haven't now, please hit that like button. If you're new, consider hitting that subscribe button. Don't forget to also comment down below whether you agree or disagree. Who were your biggest winners coming out of San Diego Comic-Con? Would love to hear from you guys. And real quick, I also want to give one honorable mention for another winner coming out of San Diego Comic-Con. That was Jada Toys. Also coming out with a lot of good stuff from Street Fighter. It does seem like they're also picking up the Cyberpunk lineup as well, so that looked really cool as well. So just a quick honorable mention. Jada Toys also looks like they're going to be doing some really big stuff here in the near future. Definitely love to see that. Now, let's go ahead and shift to the losers. Now, the first one does pain me to say, but my first loser coming out of San Diego Comic-Con, I want you guys to stick with me as to why. That is Mezco Toys, and let me explain. First off, whoever's running their PR team over there, you guys, like, they kind of messed up with the dates. Like, first it was supposed to be MezcoCon, and they were going to do it, like, I guess a week before San Diego Comic-Con, and they came out and said, oh, no, sorry, that wasn't supposed to, weren't supposed to release that post or something. So, something over there with their PR team or their social media team, they kind of fumbled a little bit. That's not the reason why they were a loser. The one big reason why they're my loser coming out of San Diego Comic-Con is couple of things. Number one, the first MezcoCon exclusive that they did reveal was just a reissued Snake Eyes in a different outfit that charged you the same price for, but gave you less accessories. They just slapped the con label on there, and then people just ate that up, and that really annoys me that Mezco is even doing that. Not as much as it annoys me that people buying it, but hey, you know, spend the money wherever you want to. Personally, I think that's a little bit of a ripoff from Mezco Toys. We just had a Snake Eyes back in February and March, and it was pretty much came with more accessories, and it came with another figure because it came with Timber, and it came with a boatload of accessories. And then this one, they just really just slapped, you know, just a different outfit and gave you less accessories, and they just put the con label on there and charged you the same price. It was $112. I'm not a big fan of that, so count me out for that one. The other thing that they ended up doing was they released a Casey Jones. Now, Casey Jones, obviously the fans were going to go nuts for the Turtles. If you guys remember the classic Turtles that they released, the 4-pack. Not the Toon Turtles, the other ones that were not exclusive to Mezco, the regular like movie type Turtles, more realistic ones. They're still going for about like $600-700 on eBay. So once they released Casey Jones, you had to have known that once you dropped Casey Jones that it was going to sell out. My biggest problem with Mezco is that they released Casey Jones. Not the problem, right? Casey Jones, great figure, loved it. Okay, cool. The problem, I couldn't even get my hands on it though, because I went to go buy it, and within like 10 minutes he was sold out. If you're Mezco, you have to know that that's going to happen, right? This is a con exclusive, so you have to know that the second you release it, were you guys not prepared? Did you guys not make enough? Or did you do it on purpose because you know it was going to drive the market up? Because the second that Casey Jones sold out, immediately within like minutes, they were already posted on eBay for like double the price, like triple the price. Like we're talking $220, you know, $250. That's ridiculous. Why are they, you know, the reason why they're getting away with that though is because Mezco didn't produce enough. There was like no like social media posts. Like I thought for sure coming out of San Diego Comic-Con they were going to release like a statement saying, hey, we know Casey Jones sold out in minutes. We're going to do our best to maybe do another reissue of him or something. Just nothing, just absolute crickets. And that's a big problem for me because you had to have known that was going to happen. The other thing too is their reveals just weren't that good either. We got like Junkyard Joe, which looks like a traditional G.I. Joe, not G.I. Joe classified, but like a G.I. Joe figure back from like the 90s and the early 2000s that I would have been playing with, like a 12-inch G.I. Joe figure. It just didn't really do much for me. We also had a couple of ones from Sin City that didn't do much for me. Another character called the Blank. Just some of their releases, even the Nightwing. I want to be excited about that Nightwing, but the second I saw somebody actually posted a video of him in hand, and it looks like they're using that same exact material that is used on all the other DC figures, like Mr. Freeze, the Black Suit Superman, and just most recently the Batman, the Robert Pattinson, the Batman. That material that they use just gives it absolutely zero mobility, like no articulation whatsoever. If they use the more spandex material like the Fantastic Four, I'd be a little more excited about it, but I really want to be. The best thing that I saw, and a lot of the things that they showcased were things that we already know about, right? The Miles Morales, the Ghost Spider, we've already been pre-ordering those for the last couple of, what now, 6, 7, 8 months. The Power Rangers were also showcased, which, we got to see our first, in-person view, or at least through, on social media. They look great. But when are you going to release them? Those have been up for pre-orders now for what, almost 2 years? Like, they kept changing, no, excuse me, not 2 years, for almost a year now, excuse me. They went up, the original release date was supposed to be December of last year, and they just kept changing the release date. They've been up for pre-order for well over a year now. I mean, at some point, when are you going to release them, I thought for sure we were also going to get some more information on their release dates, because the release dates have been really bad. Just a whole lot of nothing, and just a lot of meh. They released more of like the horrified figures like art, and they showcased Beetlejuice. Again, that doesn't do much for me. There's a lot of characters that could be done by Mezco that they just didn't do. I thought it was a good chance, especially when you're going to call yourself MezcoCon. You guys didn't really do a whole lot for me for that month. Just a whole lot of hype for nothing. Another loser coming out of San Diego Comic-Con was NECA. They pretty much did absolutely nothing. They just showcased a lot of scary horror figures, a couple of those ones, and then just a boatload of turtles again. More turtles. That seems to be the path NECA wants to take. Not the path that I would take if I'm NECA, personally. They only showcase like one alien. Like, where's your Predators, man? Like, I want to see that. I want to see some Predators. I also want to see you guys jump into like a new lineup. There are plenty of lineups out there that could definitely be done by you guys, and they just choose not to do it. It'd be nice maybe they pick up the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger lineup or something like that. That would be really cool from NECA, especially because they've been experiencing in soft goods. Just a little something like that would be really cool. Just tired of the same thing from NECA. Just more turtles just didn't do anything for me. That's why they're a big, pretty much a big loser coming out of San Diego Comic-Con. But the biggest loser coming out of San Diego Comic-Con, this one also pains me to say, was McFarlane. Just, and simply because they just did nothing. I mean, like, pretty much nothing. They had 2 of their black and white sketch variants. I think there was one of them was a Superman. I forgot what the other one was. I think maybe it was another Batman. Just a whole lot of nothing from McFarlane. Like, no interviews or any kind of like release statements on what you guys are going to do with the whole Marvel Legends lineup. Are you guys teaming up with Hasbro? What's kind of going on with there? Are you guys picking up any new lineups? Just a really whole lot of big old nothing burger coming out of McFarlane. Kind of sucks, to be honest. I don't know what's going on over there, but it doesn't seem like Tom McFarlane's doing the same kind of passion. Not a whole lot of Spawn figures either, really. Like, just really nothing coming out of San Diego Comic-Con. No big news, no shocker or anything else. It's why they're one of my biggest losers coming out, and actually they're the biggest loser coming out of San Diego Comic-Con. Between them and Mezco, I was really, really disappointed. I was really looking forward to maybe seeing more from both of them, and just not seeing kind of what I wanted to see. It just, again, this is all just my opinion. It's just me personally, but my biggest loser coming out of San Diego Comic-Con, McFarlane, kind of hurts. But let me know what you guys think. Who were your biggest losers? Again, don't forget, hit that like button. If you're new, consider hitting that subscribe button. Please comment down below. Agree, disagree with anything I had to say. That's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. I want to do something a little differently. I want to do a little bit more of this, trying to break up from the standard reviews. Jared and I, we do a ton of reviews together. So every once in a while, we kind of want to break that up and just sit down, talk to you guys, see how you're doing. Hopefully, Jared and I can get back together and do a little bit more of this together, not just me separate from him. So this way the 2 of us can do things together, because again, Jared and I share different opinions. I like to get both of our opinions because we don't want to live in an echo chamber. I know certainly I don't. So I know he brings a different perspective. So hopefully I can get him to join me and do a little bit more of this. Hopefully our schedules just hasn't been that cooperative lately, especially with, me and him working a lot. So we do apologize for that. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. That's going to do it for this video. Don't forget to comment, like, share, do all those fun things. And as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And I'll see you guys next time.